Jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not a pool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, a politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all gold, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt, you gotta pay my next surrounds. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches, just salute when you see me.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
What up? What up, Meek, man? Yeah, well, I'm out here losing. Brady.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Play action, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over.
Oh, great tackle. 82, get up there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I gotta respect
if you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in the loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Chicago.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. On play action, now Brady. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run with Lindsey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't
Thank you, Tannehill, for being lane, because that was 6. I should have stayed back deep. Go for the water.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing...
Yeah, Tanny garbage. He said I had to get rid of him in my last league.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
There he goes, left side. The 20.
Really?
Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times are we talking about? Low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Yeah, nah, it's first quarter, Mike. Don't even say nothing like that. The niggas gotta play. We always play well early.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Tannehill. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Good tackle, Quan.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I
gotta be a pick. That's the second pick they hold me
on 3rd down so far in this first half.
Sanny playing on 4th and 2.
The average in the league,
That's different.
Somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a diving catch right side. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
I believe it.
A quick throw complete to Chark. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nah, I seen you stop him that one on my touchdown run first, Phillip. I done had that shit happen too. Did you update it? I ain't update my controller. Cause last time Drew said that shit be fucking up too.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Brady. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. Touchdown, Bears! Phillip Lindsey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how to finish this thing off.
Mike Till.
21-3.
Start, man.
I think discouragement
I
clouds
need
that
niggas to
locker
be
room.
I
hungry
think a
for
touchdown much bigger
60
than a
minutes.
field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Smith. And now the rookie
Look at that, Mike. It really made me
and
click on that person though.
Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, we saw Devontae Smith make plenty of highlight reel-worthy plays at Alabama in his Heisman Trophy season back in 2020. And here's one at the pro level.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw, it's Brady. A little check down to Lindsey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. Here's Brady to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Yeah, whoever had Lindsey in fantasy going crazy, Mike.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Lindsey as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Dancing to his left. And looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here.
Dude.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a play fake. Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Brady now to throw. And he finds Gronk. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. One more time with Lindsey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Caden Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Now it's Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Raiders 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
First down 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going with Lindsey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Running left, Taylor.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd and very short, Brady finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Bears!
Phillip Lindsay
from 4 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it.
Chill, Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did enough early. He ain't worried about that, man. I told y'all, though, we ain't worried about this. We just want to get to the playoffs.
And to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And shout out to Jay Bates for teaching me how to get Tom Brady his X Factor.
Again, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They give to Taylor out of the gun. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Yeah, we're going to kick up before, but I'm just saying in general. I ain't too worried about a few losses in the regular season, bro. As long as I can get in the playoffs with Tom, man. You know I'm the mobile QB guy, man. We good. We still learning pocket passes.
1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the red zone now, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor.
I ain't cutting this game on. I ain't cutting that on if I ain't playing this game. I promise.
Measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep
I
it,
just don't be having the urge to play it
the
even
heck out of
like
the
I used to.
defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
2K a lot better though.
At the line, prepping for their next
2K
drive, the
back
Bears
to where it used to be.
offense.
It's never,
This
it's
game,
never,
it could
what
very
you
well
say
turn
when
out to be
I'm
the
down,
shocker of the
but
weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win, and they're not just winning, they're dominating, and now trying to finish this
A
one off.
couple years ago it was
Evans out of
though.
Alabama
They
had the
both, I like
tackle
them both. I enjoyed them
defensively. So
both equally.
fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this
Last year
drive.
though,
Charles,
definitely.
what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Brady on the bootleg. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Now a second down and 6.
I ain't gonna come to you back. The rest of this is mine.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
get all that, and I did not even know why.
Another run by Lindsey.
Yeah, it was struggle.
Get over there. I ain't gonna cap to you. You were trying to take mine.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the
Mama,
ball.
to your brother, that I was with me.
Finding his way
Yeah,
open
probably
and completing the connection.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Boy,
That's why I just told one of my patients today. I said, my mama came down. I can count on one hand anytime she came down my 4 years. I told her to. It ain't on there. It ain't in there. Look at the receipt.
You'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
They didn't put it in there. That owe me money. That was like $10.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I'm sorry.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's nasty.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
That shit is frustrating.
On play action, now Brady. Rifles one, complete into the hands of Gronkowski.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal
They
as
put it
they
on the
try to
potato.
finish off
Yeah,
this
they
drive
put
with
it on
6
it either way.
points.
But I sit on the side. I said split ole with rotails on the
Time off the
side.
clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football.
Mine was
So now
packed.
you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play.
Yeah.
You hit them over the top.
And maybe a measure of revenge.
Oh, yeah, like
He's
5
had his
people.
way in this one, but
I
this
had picked up
time
everybody
they're
got the order.
in the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But still, I mean, I paid for that. You didn't even get it. Principle.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Phillip Lindsay
Taking
You
it
like
in
it?
from 7 yards away.
It's not
And the Bears
fair.
look
Game
like they're going to
show.
get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
I feel like they'll edit it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone.
Not facts.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it
In the first half of the rookie from Virginia, couldn't get that one. Inside three, plug here in the third quarter of the second game in New Orleans off the leg of England.
Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off.
He was low. I had to turn it up.
Looks to me
Dumb now.
like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He's going to let it fly. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Flushed out right, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Larry, I wasn't trying to. No, I just don't like losing. I ain't supposed to lose.
I think the system was just hostile.